Okay, hi. This is Eagle Solomon from the Another Time blog. Today, according to the Tolkien calendar, we're on 7 Jaguar, and we have 6 days left until the Mayan calendar, according to Kalman's work, is supposed to reach some point of culmination. Now, I'd like to videotape a short 9-minute introduction right now, and then I'll post that, and over the week you will receive, I'll update the post with other video interviews that I've had last night, and which are all about this day. Now, I'd like to start with a little anecdote. I work at a factory 3 days a week, and I have lunch there, and the other day I had lunch with a friend of mine, a guy who works with me. We do the same job, and then two girls. One is my boss, and the other is she also works at the factory. And I was just commenting on the fact that one of the girls, they had only 4 fried French fries or freedom fries on her plate, and I told her, don't you think that you've exaggerated with all this, all the French fries? And she laughed and she said, well, I'm watching. I'm really conscious about, I measure what I put on my plate. So then I asked her, do you know where that starts? This frame of mind. And she says, well, it starts from self-esteem, or it starts from not being as fit or as physically attractive as I thought I was maybe 5 years ago. So all these things are very common to everyone. Okay. So I told her, no, I think it starts even before that. And she said, okay, so when does it start? And I said, it starts in the morning when you get into your bathroom and you step on the scales. That's exactly when it starts, because the sun just came up, you're on your way to work, and the first thing you do, even before you take a shower, it doesn't matter, one of the first things is to get a number, and then you start viewing yourself as a number. That's your point of reference. That's number 1. That's the first step of your day. Before you take a shower, before you have your breakfast, before you go to work, you say to yourself, well, I feel good about myself because I don't know what. And then, or you said, well, I feel bad about myself because whatever. So you need to look out for that, because I think that's part of that's one of the keys on a set of keys that help me decipher what's on the flip side of the moon, or the flip side of Kalman's model. And it's coming up really soon. So this is something that a lot of people are musing about. And one of the things that I read recently is a note that Mr. Robert Gunn, I don't know where he's from, but he wrote a nice letter to a distribution mailing list I'm part of, and he referred to, he read all Carl's books, and he started reflecting on, okay, what now? Which is the big question right now, especially since, according to this model, next Friday is going to be something else already. There's not going to be another Friday like the Fridays before. Okay, so let's get back to Mr. Robert Gunn, and he talked about dreams. Okay, he was reading and researching the Mayan calendar, and then he had a very profound dream. And in that dream, he got this structure of the Mayan calendar, maybe like the Tower of Babel, that has 9 stories to it, and also a temple at the top, which is a very important point, but we'll get back to that later. So anyway, dreaming. I think dreaming is another key, another very important key, because I'm suggesting, okay, I don't believe, I'm suggesting that when I go to sleep, because my soul is eternal, okay, and this a lot of people will agree with me, and not a lot will want to discuss this more, but let's get this as a point of origin. Okay, so this is something, the dreams, when we go to sleep, if the soul doesn't need sleep because it's not part of the body essentially, then that means that what I dream is a sort of a flash from maybe the other side of the hemisphere, the other hemisphere of the world, where other people are just getting up for their day's work, and I'm somehow connected to someone there, and he's having a good day, so I'm having a good dream. Or he's having a rough day, so I'll have problems sleeping. But this I don't believe. I'm proposing and supposing, and I'd like to have your comments on that when you comment on this post. So what I'm supposing is that there's this connection. The soul was known as acacia. Acacia, the sprig of acacia, is part of Freemasonry. It has to do with the immortality of the soul, and it has to do with the fact that there are some trees up north, and also here in the Mediterranean, like the acacia tree, which is called in Hebrew shita, which is another word for method, but shita doesn't get into the fall. He's an evergreen. Okay, much like the evergreens that you have in the northern hemisphere, up in Scandinavia, let's say. So that's a point to remember. Okay, dreaming. I will not be surprised that between 13 Ahau and 1 Imish, that is between next Friday and Saturday, when I go to sleep, I enter dreamland. And dreamland is a concept that you can dive into deeply if you search for Aborigines, because they also talked about dream time. They talked about taking walkabouts into the Outback, and then, what was named afterwards Outback. But they took these walkabouts and they were communicating with Mother Earth through their feet. And they were walking through great distances in deserts that are 50 degrees centigrade and with no water, and they lived off the land, and they talked about the dream, the song and the dream and the rhythm. They talked about the dream time. Okay, so I'm going to post some more videos down the line, and so look out for that. So check back for more videos later after editing. And also read, I really recommend you read Robert Gunn. And I think that at the top of the pyramid, I'm going back to my roller coaster metaphor, where at the top of the pyramid you get a different view. You never see what's on the flip side until you reach the rim. And now we're reaching the rim, and we're beginning to see the sky on the other side. That's the point, all right? So I'll catch you guys later, and hope you enjoy the blog.